Contingency procedure: when an aircraft operating in the EUR RVSM airspace encounters severe turbulence due to weather or wake vortex that the pilot believes will impact the aircraft's capability to maintain its cleared flight level, the pilot shall inform the ATC. Unable RVSM due turbulence. The ATC shall establish either an appropriate horizontal separation or an increased minimum vertical separation. The following equipment failure must be reported to air traffic control. Loss of thrust of one or more engines necessitating descent. Loss of one or more altimetry systems. Failure of all automatic altitude control systems. Failure of any other equipment which could affect the ability of the aircraft to maintain flight as cleared. When notified by the ATC of an assigned altitude deviation of more than 300 feet, 90 meters, the pilot shall take action to return to the cleared level as quickly as possible. If unable to notify the ATC, the pilot shall follow the established contingency procedure and obtain ATC clearance as soon as possible. In the event of traffic advisory or traffic alert issued, a visual search threat aircraft should be initiated. Preparation made for response: the resolution advisory RA. In the event of resolution advisory issued, recon maneuver should be initiated immediately. When informed by the pilot of an RVSM-approved aircraft operating in the EUR RVSM airspace that the aircraft's equipment no longer meets the RVSM minimum aircraft system performance specification, the ATC shall consider the aircraft as non-RVSM approved. Pilots shall inform the ATC, as soon as practicable. Unable RVSM due equipment. ATC requesting pilot to report when able to resume RVSM. Report able to resume RVSM. Pilot ready to resume RVSM after equipment. Weather contingency ready to resume RVSM. Post-flight in case of malfunctions in the altitude control system, the following, when appropriate, shall be provided in the technical status and reporting, to enable maintenance to effectively troubleshoot and repair the system. Primary and standby altimeter indications. Air data source selector settings. Barra settings on altimeters. Autopilot used to control the airplane and any differences when another autopilot and air data source was selected. Differences in altimeter readings, if other than standard air data sources selected. Use of air data source selector for fault diagnosis procedure. The transponder selected to provide altitude information to ATC and any difference noted when transponder selector was switched to other transponder. European reduced vertical separation minimum phraseology. When the ATC wishes to know RVSM status of flight, confirm RVSM approved. Pilot indication that flight is RVSM approved. Affirm RVSM. When the ATC wishes to know RVSM status of flight, confirm RVSM approved. Pilot indication that flight is non-RVSM approved. Negative RVSM. When the ATC wishes to know RVSM status of flight, confirm RVSM approved. Pilot of state aircraft indicating that flight is non-RVSM approved. Negative RVSM state aircraft. ATC denial of clearance into RVSM airspace. Unable clearance into RVSM airspace, maintain, or descend to, or climb to, flight level. Pilot reporting severe turbulence. Weather affecting ability to maintain RVSM height keeping requirements. Unable RVSM due to turbulence. Pilot reporting equipment degraded below RVSM requirements. Unable RVSM due to equipment. ATC requesting pilot to report when able to resume RVSM. Report able to resume RVSM. Pilot ready to resume RVSM after equipment, weather contingency. Ready to resume RVSM.